Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation here, Wednesday, July the 5th, Feast of St. Anthony Zachariah. From the first reading, we continue with Genesis. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. The child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the day that Isaac was weaned. That's about 3 years old, about 3 or 4 years old in that day. But Sarah saw that the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, whom she had borne to Abraham, playing with her son Isaac. So she said to Abraham, "Cast out this slave woman with her son, for the son of this slave woman shall not inherit along with my son Isaac." Now, I think Sarah had to, first of all, remember, she's the one who more or less pushed Abraham into Hagar because she couldn't bear a child. She wanted a son. And in those days, if the husband went into the concubine with the wife's permission, then the son of the concubine belonged to the wife or the family. So she pushed him in, he allowed himself to be pushed in. They kind of advanced God's plan, if it will, because God promised an heir, that an heir would be born. And now that the son is born, and I don't know all the family dynamics that go on here, but she sees the son playing with her son, then she says, "Cast her out with the son." Now she had to know that means basically into the desert alone and to die. It's pretty cruel, pretty harsh. So, I mean, and I don't say that to condemn Sarah, but this should give us courage because this is what God was working with. Abraham lets this happen. He allows himself to be pushed into his slave girl. Then he allows himself to be pushed by Sarah, to get rid of her. Again, Abraham is the father of nations. He's our spiritual father in faith. But this should give us courage. This should give us, encouragement because God is working with imperfect instruments. And he'll bring great good out of this. And my personal thing, and I go a bit on what Archbishop Sheen said in The World's First Love, his book about our Blessed Mother, that the children of what we call the Arab race are the children of Abraham. And that if they're the children of Abraham with the Jewish people, then one day God will reunite his family before the end of time, before the second coming of Christ. Not everyone will accept this invitation, but it will be a reunion of the children between these two, between Isaac and Ishmael. And when that's going to happen, we have no clue. But I do believe it's going to happen one day. This is because God is one Father. One Father of us all. We should keep that in mind, in our own hostilities with others, that we have one common Father in heaven. Okay, so over to the Gospel, Matthew chapter 8. This is Jesus came to the other side of the sea, to the country of the Gadarenes. He gets out, and then there is a man who rushes at him with a demon. "What have you to do with us, Son of God? Have you come here to torment us before the time?" And, there's a large herd of swine. They say, "Let us go into the swine," and Jesus gives them permission, and that's the key. Jesus said to them, "Go." So he has complete, utter, total mastery over the demons. They are not his rivals. They are his subjects, total, 100%. They cannot go without his permission. They can only go with his permission. They're totally subject to him. And that's always important for us to remember in our own battle, perhaps with real demons, and as we say, with our own demons, in quotations, our own passions, that Jesus is Lord and Master of everything. So, and he has power to cast these things out. So, in this case, they seem to, Mother Angelica said once, in response to this, "Then the whole town came out to meet Jesus, and when they saw him, they begged him to leave their neighborhood." Because what? Because he cost them a bunch of bacon, right? Because he cost them a bunch of bacon. For the price of one man's soul, several thousand pigs in this case, that is a big loss. I'm not in any way trying to downplay that, but what's the price on a human soul? What's the price on a human soul? The price of the Son of God, the precious blood of Jesus Christ, 2,000 pigs. And sometimes we will ask Jesus to basically stay out of our life for a lot less than 2,000 pigs. It could be just for, a sensual kick pleasure. It could be for a couple swipes on social media. It could be for, a fling or whatever. It could be for, I don't know, the phrase "I'm too busy," when nobody's too busy to go, as Catholics, go to Mass or spend time in prayer. We can actually tell Jesus to get out, go away for a lot less than 2,000 pigs. So you and I need to kind of think about these things, pray about these things, and implore Jesus to help us never send him away. And in effect, access or use this power that he's willing to share with us in overcoming anything that keeps us separated from him. God bless you.